Hello everyone, in today's video I am going to show you how to create a very advanced sign up page in Cordular using Firebase authentication. So you can connect Firebase with Cordular and you can authenticate your users. So here I have created email and password sign up option. So first of all, let's see the demo of the application. So there are two main things here. One is login and second is sign up. So the person who doesn't have any account can create his account. So they just have to click on the create account button and it will redirect them to the sign up page. There they have to enter any email ID which they want, which they own. They can just enter that email ID. So here if I just add any email ID like trial demo @gmail.com. So this is just a sample. You can add any email ID and here you have to create your own password. So it's not necessary that you have to enter the password of the Gmail account only. You can enter any password. You have to create your own password for this email ID. So like I'm setting it to 12345 6. It should be minimum 6-digit passcode and it's not necessary to use mixed alphabets and numbers. You can use any password which you want. So once I have entered the email ID and password, I'll just click on the sign up button. So automatically I come to a new page. So I'll just enter my password. So when I enter my password and I click on sign up, it takes me to a new screen, that is screen 2. So once I have created my account from the application, let's see how the data is saved in Firebase. So I have opened my Firebase and now I will just refresh this page. Once I reload the page, you can see that the data is saved. So it's trialdemo@gmail.com and you get the icon of the provider, that is we have set email password option. So you can see an email icon and you get the date when you have created this account and the date when you signed into this account. And you get a UID, that is a unique identification code of each and every user so that you can distinguish each and every user properly. This UID helps to distinguish between each and every user. So the new user will not overwrite the data of the previous user. So this is the main advantage of using Firebase authentication. And now let's see, once we create the account and we log in into that. So here I will just enter the same email ID and password of the account which I had created and now I will enter the password. And once I fill all the necessary details and I click on login, it will check whether the details which I have mentioned are proper or not and then it will redirect me to the next screen. So this is how the app works. Feature here is that in case you forget your password of your account, then what you can do is you can just enter your email ID which is affiliated with that account. So like I am just entering one of my email ID which is already connected to this app, and now I feel that I forgot the password which I had set for this account. So what I can do is Instead of creating a new account, I can simply click on Forgot Password option and you get a notification saying that the password was reset successfully and that I receive a mail. So you can see I have received a mail. I'll just tap on that mail and when I open it, you can see that I receive a link. I'll just click on that link and it will take me to a screen where I can enter my new password. So here if I just enter my new password as Jenai or let me just add a coding graph. So this is my new password. I can even view this, can have this and I will click on save. Now once I change the password, it shows that I can sign in with this new password. Now I will go back to the app again and now I will enter the same password which I had set. So now I will enter that password and when I click on login, I will automatically come to the next screen. So this is another amazing feature which Firebase authentication provides us and we can edit the link and all those things in Firebase. So in the further video I am going to show you how to create this and how to set Firebase with Modular and do the whole process. Start creating our application. So for your convenience, I have divided this video into chapters because this is a lengthy video and the designing and the coding and connecting it with Firebase will take a lot of time. So I have divided this video into chapters so that you can refer whether you want to see the demo or the design or the code part of the application. So let's get started. So I will create a new project. I'll give it a name as sign up and next. Finish and then it will redirect you to a new project. So this is the main screen and now let's start designing our application. So first of all, for this screen, I will change the background color. We'll change the background color to purplish and set. Next, I'll change the title of the screen to sign up. And I will make the screen scrollable so that we can scroll the page when required. Next, we will take one vertical arrangement. So go to layout and general and drag one vertical arrangement. Set the vertical arrangement alignment center, align horizontally and vertically center. Set the background color to none and set the height and width to fill parent. Next, just go to user interface and drag one label. Set the font size of the label to 25 and make the font bold. Take the font typeface to serif and height will be automatic and width will be fill parent. Change the text to user login align the text to center. Change the text color to white. Now drag another label to create some gap. Just remove the text from this label and change the height to 20 pixels. Now drag one card view, go to layout and general, and here you get one card view. Just drag and drop that. In the card view, change the alignment as center and set the corner radius to 2 and elevation to 2. Width should be 90%. Now, just take another card view inside the card view which we had taken and set the alignment to center. Set the height of this card view to 20% and width to 90%. Now drag one text box in the second card view, go to user interface and drag one text box. Set the size to 14. In the text box, set the size to 14 and height will be automatic. Width will be fill parent and set the hint to email. Set the input type to email. So basically, here we are setting the input type to email because when we choose this option, it helps us to decide whether any input or the text which we have added is a proper email or not, which means that it checks whether such an email exists or not. Next is set the hint color to black and now we are going to take one label to create some gap again. And in this label set the height to 2%. So set the height to 2% and remove the text. Now just duplicate this card view. Card view 2, just duplicate this. So I will click on this card view, just right click and click on duplicate. So the same card view is copied and we have pasted it. Then we will take another label to create some gap. Remove the text and set the height to 3%. Now just drag one button. Just take this inside the card. Now drag one button and in the button set the background color. So here I have found out one hexadecimal code, so you can just change it according to that code. So the code is hashtag 00B7 and 4 times F. Make the B uppercase and set. Font should be bold. Font size will be 25. Font typeface is serif. Height is automatic and width will be 40%. Change the text to login. Align the text to center and the text color should be white. Now take another label for creating some gap and drag this below the button and inside the card view. And just remove the text and set the height to 1%. Now take another label outside the card view, remove the text and set the height and width automatic. Next, we have to take one horizontal arrangement. Align the horizontal arrangement to center. Set the width to fill parent. Now take one label inside the horizontal arrangement and make the font bold. Set the font size to 16. Font typeface will be serif and set the text to don't have an account. And set the text alignment to left. Now drag another label just beside the label which we had taken prior and make it clickable. So here you get an option of clickable. Just check that. Make the font bold. Font size will be 18. Font typeface is serif and text will be create account. Set the text color to a hexadecimal code which I have chosen. Hashtag 00B7. Make the B uppercase and 4 times F. Set. And here in label 7 where we had set the text to don't have an account, just add one question mark. Next, take one label outside the horizontal arrangement to create some space again, and height will be 10 pixels and remove the text from the label. Now take another label make it clickable. Font should be bold Font size will be 17. Font typeface is serif. Text will be forgot password. And width will be fill parent. Just align the text to center. So here we have created one arrangement, that is vertical arrangement, and we have added all the components to it. So basically this is the main login screen. Now we will just duplicate this to create the sign up page. So I'll just click on this. I'll just copy this and now follow some very important steps here. First I have copied this vertical arrangement. Now I will just make it non-visible. So you can see there is a tick beside the visible option. Just click on that and this will be non-visible now. Just use the shortcut key Ctrl V or just right click and select paste. So you can just paste. So once you copy and paste it, you will get the exact vertical arrangement once again. So here you can see the first vertical arrangement which we had chosen prior, just below screen 1. You can see one minus sign here. Just click there and all the components which we had placed inside that arrangement will be non-visible. Now we are going to edit this because this will be a place where we will create our account. The one who doesn't have an account can create the account over here. So we will just change this to text, we will change to create account. And here just delete this horizontal arrangement. So you can see the delete icon, just press here and delete. And delete the forgot password option. Also delete the last label which we had taken. And here we will make one change, that is this text box which you can see where we enter our password. Here just change the hint to password and input type, the input type here will be password. Just make the same change above. Here you can see, just make this vertical arrangement non-visible and make this arrangement visible, and here in this text box make the same change. Input type is password. Just make this vertical arrangement non-visible and the second arrangement visible, and change this button text to sign up. So we have successfully created the whole design for our application. Also add few non-visible components here, like you will get one notifier option in user interface. Just drag it on the screen and just go to Google and you will get one option of Firebase authentication. Just select that. Just click on OK. So the whole design of the sign up page or the sign up app is ready. Now we will move forward to the settings which we have to do in Firebase and the code. Once you complete the design for the app, just open a new tab and type there Firebase. Here you get an option, just click here. Now you have to sign in. Here once you enter Firebase, you have to sign in, and once you sign in, you get an option of go to console. Next, you have to create one project. So just click on add project and you have to enter your project name. You might get a warning, like here I have got this warning, but don't worry, you can still create projects. So here I'll enter my project name as sign up and continue. Just scroll down and click on continue. Just select your default account for Firebase, or if you want you can create a new account, it's your wish. Create the project. It will take some time to create your project. So here you can see that my project is ready. Just click on continue and you come to the main dashboard of your Firebase. Now go to Cordula Creator first and here go to screen 1, the main screen, and here you can see one option of advanced properties. Just scroll down here and you get an option of advanced properties. Just click on the drop down and you get an option of package name. So basically when you want to connect your Firebase authentication with your Cordula application, you have to enter one package name. So I'll go to Firebase and you get an option here. Just go here and go to project settings. Here you can see there are no apps in your project, which means that you have not connected any app with Firebase. So here you can see that these are icons, iOS apps, that is iOS applications, then Android applications, and you can also connect Unity. But here in Cordula we can only create Android apps, so I'll click on the Android icon. Now you get an option Android package name. So you can see this is just an example which they have given, com.company.app name. So you can take any such package name which you want. So for example here I am entering sign.up.app. So you can take any package name, but try to make it as short as possible. Now just select this and copy this and paste it here. And just click on register app. Then you get one JSON file here. They ask you to download one Google Services JSON file. So just click here and download this file. Once it gets downloaded, go to Cordular, go to the assets folder here in Cordular and just drag this on the screen. So if you don't upload this JSON file in Cordular, your Firebase authentication will not work. So downloading the JSON file in Cordular is very important. Then click on next. Once you do this step, just click on next. This is of no use, just click on next. And you have completed all the steps, so go to console. Continue to console. Now, here you can see you have an option of add fingerprint. So basically, you get a key store. There is something known as key store which you get from Cordular. So that key store you have to enter over here. So I'll go to Cordular. Here you can see account option. Click there and go to settings. You can see this is the key store. This whole is the key store and this is very secret. Means you should not share this key store with anyone. So that's the reason I have made this part blur so that you cannot see my key store. So you get this key store and you don't have to share this with anyone. This might happen that you don't get this key store. When you go to settings, you don't get this key store over there. So in that case, what you can do is just open a new tab and open MIT App Inventor. You just have to register with MIT App Inventor. You have to sign in. Because many a times it happens that you do not get a key store. So in that case, I am giving you a solution that how you can get the key store. So this is one of the app which I have created. So you can just go to projects, my projects, and you can select any application which you have built, or you can simply start a new project if this is the first time you are using MIT App Inventor. So I will click on start. I'll just click on any existing application which I have built. And here go to projects and here you find one option of export key store. So MIT App Inventor always gives you an inbuilt key store. Sometimes in Cordular you do not find key store, but you surely get one key store in MIT App Inventor. So you can export the key store from here if you don't have it, but if you already have it, there is no need to use this procedure. So just click on export key store and you get the key store downloaded. Now go to Cordular, go to your account, settings, go to export, just a second. Just click on delete key store. Here I am just using this option to delete my key store which I have. So what you can just do is you can click here. You get an option of import key store. Since I already have one key store, it's giving me an option of override key store, but you get an option of import key store. So just click there and choose the file. So you can choose a file or you can simply drag it and click on import. And once you click on import, you get your key store. So this is a very simple method to get a key store if you do not get it by default. Now, the next thing which you have to do is you have to go to your settings and you have to copy this key store which you get. just copy that. Right click and copy. And go to Firebase and click on add fingerprint and just paste that fingerprint and click on save. So you have successfully added your keystone or the fingerprint. Now we are adding Firebase authentication here. So just click on authentication option and here you get an option of get started. Just click there. Next what you have to do is here just go to sign in method and you can see that you have so many options here for authentication or sign in methods. You have so many sign in methods. You can either use email password or you can use phone verification, mobile number verification. Then you can add Google Play games or you can also add sign in methods with the help of Facebook, GitHub, Yahoo, Twitter, Microsoft, etc. So Google Firebase authentication gives you many options for signing. So you can select any option which you want. But in this video I am going to show you how to create email and password verification. And further I will also show you how we can create phone number verification and use other all options. So here I'll click on email password. I'll just click on email password and just click on enable and click on save. Now you can go to templates and you can see that you had chosen the email password option. So here you get some templates. Template is basically like the option like we saw in the demo of our application that if you forget the password you will obviously reset the password. So in that case you receive a mail. So you can edit all the things here like from which mail ID you want to which mail ID you want to take. You can see there from which mail ID you have received this. So you can edit that mail ID. You can also edit the message which you get. Like you can change this like here you can see app name. So you can add your app name over here. And you can also change the link like you can add your custom domain, which means that if you have your own personal website which you want to add here, so you can add that as well. So here I'll just change this message, I'll edit it. So from sign up, or I can just change it to coding ads. So sender name will be changed to coding ads. Reply to. So reply to you can just leave it empty because this thing we will edit in our code in Codular. Next in the subject line you can just remove this reset your password for just remove that app name and you can type there for your application or you can just write the name of your application like here I'll write the name of my application. Reset your password for sign up app and you can change the message hello, follow this link to reset your sign up app password for your app account and you can add your app name again. So your sign up or you can just add the sender's name. So I'll just write coding hacks and you can save this. And one more thing, like if you want to add your custom domain over here, you can just click on customize domain and you can add, like instead of getting this like @signup.firebase app, you can change this. Okay, so you can add your custom domain, like you can add gmail.com over here instead of using the default domain. So in the action URL, that is this URL which you get, the link which you get for resetting your password, you can change that as well according to your custom domain. So just click on save, and we have made the changes to the template. Now you can go to user option and you can see that here all the email ID and password that you enter from the app will be saved here. You can also add any user from Firebase as well. Like you can just select the add user option. You can enter the email, like I can enter my email ID and I can enter my password. So I am entering 123456. So it's not necessary that in the password you have to add the password which is actually of your Gmail account. That doesn't matter. You can use that, or you can also create your own password. So I have written these numbers and I'll just click on add user. So this will be saved over here. So you also get one user UID which is automatically generated for the easy identification of the user. So you can either add the user from the app itself, that is when you use your app, or you can also add the user from Firebase itself. Best part of using Firebase authentication as a medium for using the sign-in methods is that you can add various entries over here. Like recently I got a comment saying how to create a sign up page wherein many people can register and log in and all that data will be saved. So for that I have created this video, and through this method you can allow multiple sign up, so many people can log in here and all the data will be saved over here. So the best part of using Firebase authentication is that it is systematic and that it allows multiple entries. After setting up Firebase, just come back to Cordular again, and first of all here we are going to rename few components which we have added. So here the vertical arrangement just below screen 1, the vertical arrangement which we had taken, just rename that vertical arrangement to login screen. And the second vertical arrangement which we had taken, just rename it to sign up screen and click on rename. Now this button, just rename it as sign up BTN, and the button 1, just rename it as login button. Then just make this create account non-visible and login screen visible, and here the create account label which we had added, just rename it as new sign up BTN. and this label forgot password, just rename it to reset password. So here we have renamed all the components. Now come to the block section and now we will start our code. So go to control or go to screen 1. Here you get an option of when screen 1 is initialized. Then we have to make the login screen visible. So this login screen, we have to make it visible. So set login screen dot visible to true. Just type true and just copy and paste this block. And instead of login screen, now take sign up screen and make it visible false. Now whenever login button is clicked, so whenever login button is clicked, we will check a condition. So the condition is that if, now go to logics and take the equal to block, and here just remove this, just add one, take one AND block, just copy this block equals to block and paste it on both the sides of the AND operator. Now go to text and you find an option of is empty, just drag that. If is empty, now go to designer and here you can find an option, the text box which we had added, we will rename that as well so that it becomes easy while we code. So this will be user email rename and this will be user password rename. Here in the sign up option, there also you make the changes. In the first text box, just rename it to email and the second text box, you just rename it to password. And now go to the block section again. Now is empty, the user email the text. So just take any block, just click here and select the text option and just copy this whole block, just copy this and remove this equal to block, delete this and instead of that just place this here equals to, so this should be false. Go to logic and just choose false, just copy and paste it and drag it here as well. Then we have to call Firebase authentication. So Firebase authentication and we have to log in. The email ID will be the user email dot text and here just take this user password and copy this block just copy this and paste it and join it here. Just click on this settings icon and select the else block. If this condition is not true, then we have to call notifier and we have to show alert. And just take one empty string here and the text will be please fill all the necessary details and an exclamation. Next, whenever someone clicks on the new sign up button, that is if he doesn't have an account, so the label new sign up button label, whenever that label is clicked, then just copy this block. Then we have to set login screen visible to false and the sign up screen should be visible. So set this to true. Now when someone creates the account, so when someone clicks on the sign up button, then we will take one if block here. Do one thing, just copy this if block which we had taken prior. Just take this if block and go to logic and take one AND operator. Inside this AND operator, take the whole thing. Just right click this and just take external input option, just choose that, and here we will also take do one thing, just press Ctrl Z and Ctrl Z. Just let it be as it is, and instead of user email, just take email, and instead of user password, take password, and instead of password login, you have to take the sign up option. So just delete this block and here you choose the option of sign up instead of login, because here we are creating a new account. So email password sign up, email will be user, instead of user email take email, and password will be password.text. And everything else is same. Now if Firebase authentication login is success, means when we logged in our account, if it is successful, then we have to set what we will do is we will just open a new screen. We will just open a new screen and screen name you can just add, like I'll just add screen 2. So this is something like whenever login is success, so you can just open another screen. If you want, you can change the name according to your application. And if sign up is success, that is if we have successfully created our account, then So here you get an option sign up success. Then we will set, first of all we will set all the text box. We will just clear all the text box. So the email text box, we will set email.text empty. We will just take an empty string here, and similarly we will do it with password.text, and then we will open another screen, that is screen 2. And whenever someone clicks on the forget password label or the reset password label, so whenever this label is clicked, we want the application to send us an email so that we can reset our password. So we will call Firebase authentication, and we will choose the block send reset password email. Send reset password email, and the email should be, so here in email you can either enter your email directly, or what you can do is whatever email we had chosen, that is which email we type in the text box, that email we can choose. So that will be user email. So if you choose this option of user email.text, then it will benefit you more. Like you can, according to your convenience, you can just add the email and it will automatically send the mail on that email ID which you will enter. And we will call the notifier and show a notice. We will take an empty string and we will show the notice that your password has, or your password was reset successfully. Check your mail. Okay, so you can add this text. So we have successfully completed our app. So in this video we have learned how to create the design for the app, how to connect Firebase authentication with Quadular, and how to create a code. So here you have numerous options. You can discover more, you can explore all the amazing features of Firebase authentication. So this is how you can create the app, and here you can also add the screen. You can add screen 2 over here. Here I have not added screen 2, but you can add it if you want. So I hope you got how to create this app, and please like my video, subscribe my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon, and if you have any doubts you can ask me on comment. Thank you.